It went Battlefield, Peach Jigs, Yossi's Jigs, or Chic Peach. I don't know what I'm talking about, actually. I just said the wrong thing for both of this. So I'm going to cut my losses. We're just going to watch the match.
Great turnip placement. Sets up for that fair. Hanky Panky in the chat. Hey,
So we're gonna watch this again. This is an interesting matchup, but
it's a lot of neutral.
It's a high it's kind of a high interactions per minute matchup, but not every single interaction is extremely meaningful, but they snowball when they're in one player's favor consistently, and it becomes something that can be very hard to dig yourself out of if you are on the receiving end of someone with momentum in this matchup. In the prior sets, it was not too bad for Dirtboy, but the games that Fizzle won, I think, were fairly definitive.
Dirtboy is already doing a great job. Just kind of like controlling center stage. He really isn't overcommitting on anything. He isn't chasing Fizzle down for any aerials. And, you know, if he whiffs an aerial and if he misses out on an interaction, you know, that's fine. We'll get another one 2 seconds later.
2 up airs in a row that I'm amazed didn't kill Dirtboy. So we're going to see who takes this first stock, and it's going to be a big deal, because whoever does take this first stock is going to have a big opportunity to get some space on the next one, and that could dictate the entire outcome.
Strong bagger going on, putting Peach off the left side of the stage.
That's not going to kill yet.
No float, no double jump, ops takes the parasol.
Fizzle fucks up his get-up option from ledge there, does the tournament winner, and ends up snowballing into getting his stock loss. Gets the poke! Oh!
There he goes, ties it right up immediately.
Gets the poke, doesn't react to it in time, but still gets the punish off the, I think gets it out right before Dirtboy's down smash, I think is the move he initiated. Good roll out of there. That's such like a big discipline thing, is to know when to roll out of a Peach flow cancel aerial. Because a lot of times she's going to cover it, but knowing based on her position and the history of the past several interactions when to roll out is like a huge deal.
Now, speaking of reacting to rolls, Fizzle's kind of placing his aerials around the roll spacings of Peach. So he'll go in and he'll poke the shield of Dirtboy, then he immediately drift back right into the roll space of a roll-in situation from Dirtboy, really covering a lot of the secondary options. So Fizzle definitely like trying to play for those one neutral interaction, but knowing that even if that doesn't work, I might be able to win the immediate defensive option afterwards.
I could be wrong, but I think Dirtboy coming down with those down airs might not be a great idea in this matchup. I think you can beat it pretty clean with Jigs up air. That might be kind of a high risk thing. Hanky can let me know on that, but that's the way I imagine it. That's not going to kill yet. Dirtboy's got one more in him, and there we go.
Fizzle takes his first clean lead of the set, but one strong nair, one strong fair could seal it for the stock of Fizzle.
Yeah, Hanky, I was yeah, exactly. That's what I was talking about. Okay, so it sounds like it's probably just a mix-up.
Yeah, fastball dare, definitely like pretty solid, as long as you if you just don't come down predictably.
Okay, that makes sense.
Definitely a sure mix up.
Thanks, Hanky. So this is actually insanely even, and Dirtboy's doing a lot better than I probably expected him to do, given how the last set went. But I mean, this one he's looking really solid. It's hard to decide what you're going to do there as far as a throw. I don't know what your go-to is there.
Back throw is usually the good option because it actually does a little more percent than our other throws. I believe that's something Hanky told me about 1.5 years ago. But down throw, if you get bad DI situation, you can do the dash attack follow. That's what Dirtboy went for.
Hanky agrees with back throw. All right. So this has been this has just been the story of the entire every single stock. Is they both bring it exactly to even kill percent. Wow, that was ambitious.
And Saturn's still in play, patrolling top platform.
Yeah, he's about to go away.
Sphere. Bye, friend.
All right, Dirtboy's got to choose his landing here. He has no resources. That's going to be it. Very, very, very hard to get down against Puff in general, especially
as
when you
Peach and
doubly so when you run out of resources and all you have is your recovery move.
Great turnaround grab from Fizzle. Trying to set something up. They got almost 40. Yeah, you got almost 50% of attrition on the stock.
Fizzle is creating space here, and it's going to be hugely important to deciding who wins this. If he can get another solid 20% on Dirtboy before the stock's up, it's going to look really bad. It's going to be really rough come next stock.
Almost 100% on the attrition points on the stock. Dash Tech will not do it off the right side of the stage.
And so now we're looking at a potential 2 stock. So this is going to be very hard for Dirtboy to come back from. I think Fizzle could have fit an up air in there, but he doesn't go for it. Puff Nair from above just to cover double jump, or not double jump, but just to like jump out of shield in general is so good.
It's such a high priority move and it just sits perfectly and it can shield poke so often.
It just stays out there because of how floaty Puff is. You're not like you don't even have to hit shield with it, so you can literally just float above them with it and it'll just cover jump out of shield, which is like pretty good. Pretty good thing to cover.
Ooh, snipes him off the ledge.
So this doesn't look doable. Dirtboy's gonna have to take this stock and then, but he's not.
Definitely a frustrating matchup for a Peach player. Dirtboy definitely looking to try to get something started game 2. He needs to get his momentum back. Otherwise, this is going to be a rough set for him. His mentality has to be there.
Yeah.
Yoshi Story, definitely my go-to pick. So, restricted space, limits Puff runaway, and definitely just kills her about 15% earlier.
So this is different than last set. Last set we saw the same game 1 outcome, but then we saw Dirtboy pick Yoshi's and Fizzle go Sheik. Fizzle this time opts to stay with Jigglypuff. For
right now,
probably any number of reasons. But we're gonna
has a stitch. There's half of Jigglypuff's life right there.
Yeah.
Tries to chase the roll away, but does not get the strong enough throw. If he would have been facing the other direction, it had a solid opportunity to grab him.
Oh, I saw that happen in slow motion. Fuck.
Grabs the extra percent off the turnip.
I was watching for it too. I was like, he's gonna roll in and Fizzle's gonna be looking for it, but just a little bit misspaced.
Yeah, Peach's roll is deceptively long, so sometimes you gotta study those roll spacings.
Yeah.
Dirtboy's looking like a different kind of Peach this game.
Dirtboy looking good. Doesn't have to win as many exchanges.
Dot eyes as well. Recycling turnips here.
Yeah, doesn't have to win as many exchanges. Getting better turnip RNG. Turnip situations are putting Fizzle on the rope. It's amazing how much just having a stitch in your hand affects what you can get outside of throwing it at somebody. Even more extreme than something like a Samus charge shot or some other strong projectile that just affects the way your opponent plays neutral around you. Like Stitch Face is like the extreme of that. And we saw Fizzle lose quite a bit of ground earlier when Dirtboy had that.
Well, especially in the case of Jigglypuff, Stitch Face has a very strong possibility of breaking shields, and that's just a one-hit KO right there. Yeah. So you can't just sit and shield and off to take it. Also has a lot of shield since it can be followed up with an aerial on shield, which in this case can shield poke and kill you at about 40–50%.
Dirtboy looks good. Dirtboy looks good.
See extra percent off the Z drop. And Z dropping the turnip up high, allowing you to fall down with an aerial. Presence of mind from Dirtboy, but Fizzle on this edge guard.
And Fizzle's going to clean that up. Yeah, for sure. Not a lot Dirtboy could do there, so we're going to see if Fizzle can make something happen here. We've seen him. I mean, I've seen Fizzle win shit like this constantly, so this is not over.
Wins over the likes of Cole, Hanky Panky himself.
That sucks. I mean, obviously he's not gonna take too much percent for it, but that's like not the point. The point is he had a whole stock in basically an even game and just gave it up, which is way more punishing than taking, you know, 20%. And I think maybe a little bit more percent on Puff, and then any up air is going to do it. Any up air is going to kill here. Any nair is going to kill now, besides a weak nair.
Yeah, Fizzle's just too lackadaisy on shield. Definitely an easy nair out of shield to take the stock away and send the game to Dirtboy. And that'll be 1-1.
Yep. All right. So, even set here, and we're going to see Fountain. Fizzle not wanting to take this to Dreamland, and I don't blame him.
Just a grinding matchup, and like it takes this already snowballing matchup into it. We're just going to camp each other out, and you have to be willing to do it.
Hanky, let us know what the culture around going to Dreamland in this matchup is, because I feel like if I played either of these characters, it would be like do you really want to do this type of thing?
I gentlemen not to, personally. In the Peach Ditto and in Peach Puff, I asked them, like, do you honestly want to go to Dreamland? Is that how much you care about the set? And if they say yes, like, all right, well, I'm banning Dreamland the whole time. And sometimes you just opt to not ban that stage. You gentlemen not to.
Hanky, does Dreamland suck for Peach in general, or is it just exacerbates this matchup in particular?
Watch any set of Cobb versus Michael.
Oh, I mean, yeah, of course. Cobb
has gotten
doesn't even go Peach anymore, really. I'll see him go Peach one game, and then he'll go Young Link
on the Dreamland,
or maybe go down 0-2 with Peach, and then go Young Link. So, Fizzle taking an early lead in this one. I'm pretty tired, so I forgot how the first stock got taken, but Fizzle with the lead here. And we're seeing him open the gap a little bit. Still has a lot of life to work with, although not so much after that forward air. So we're going to see how this affects. Oh my god! A little bit too high. Dirtboy could have punished that by just jumping and throwing it, but misjudges where Fizzle was going to be and just misses a little bit, and in the process gives up probably one of his best tools he had, and now goes down from a situation where he could have made basically an even situation, is now down 2 stocks.
Shield poke on the down smash. Great DI from Fizzle.
Melee's so punishing, dude. You fuck up that one turnip throw, and you go from being just perfectly even basically to now you're in just a huge hole to come back from. Melee's so cool.
It is.
Even in matchups like this.
It's a cruel mistress.
It's dope, dude. And that's gonna do it.
Very fast back there out of shield.
With the booty.
Finds that F smash on the descending from the down air. I don't believe he has to jump, but finds his way to the ledge there.
Yeah. Going to the ledge, high value, especially when your opponent is not going to cover it. Very, very high value play to just go right to the ledge. Although when you do play a character like Peach, it sets up a very low value situation, which is getting onto the stage with Peach.
Dreamland can be good for Peach. How so? I actually want to hear this.
I think he means probably not in this matchup.
Oh, doesn't realize he lost his jump on that float dare. Just drifts off to his death. That's 2-1 to Fizzle Boy.
It fucks that up.
Ray goes against Falcon. Well, yeah, another match. I'm talking about for Puff. Thank you. But yeah, I see what you mean.
No, I mean, he's just answering a question I asked earlier.
Yeah, I don't like taking it in the Peach Ditto, Puff, Samus. It's definitely something I just opt not to do.
Alright, so we got Pokemon. Pokeball.deck for your Dirtboy's kind of big. Sorry for yawning on the mic, everybody. But we'll see if he can make something happen here. It's gonna get kills a little bit earlier off up air here, but at the same time, platform configuration is gonna make it a little bit harder to get under Puff when you have such a horizontally laid out stage like this.
An early kill going to Fizzle.
So a bit of a trade-off.
Oh, finds another Stitch. 1 Stitch per game almost.
Oh, wow. I can't believe he died from that.
Perfect percent there. Even on the great DI he had.
You know,
already.
Call me crazy, but I don't think when Peach has a Stitch in hand is the time you're looking for up tilt cheese on shield. Maybe I'm wrong.
Could be the
what? You can throw out a shield, right? Too.
Yes.
By canceling a roll. Yeah. The same as PM, except you don't conserve the momentum. But yeah, you can throw a turnip out of shield. So I guess corrected a little bit that's probably what he was reading.
And there's also the reverse psychology of he's definitely not going to look for. He's definitely, with me having the Stitch in hand, this Puff is definitely not going to look for an instant rest setup. He's going to be playing defensive, he's going to be running away, and if the Puff immediately turns on the just like, all right, I want the kill now, even though you have this high value object that could just kill me right now, it could just like change the whole matchup dynamic.
Yeah,
but that's just some next level.
I agree with people saying that people like to throw Stitches a little bit too soon. I think that's a lot with that's true with any kind of high variance projectile. Is that you know what's more valuable than throwing your turnip and hitting it right now is having a turnip later. So I mean a Stitch. So sometimes better to just keep it.
And it also adds just an extra element to the neutral. It's like you can't just lackadaisically play neutral anymore. Because if you just miss an L cancel, you easily get punished by a Stitch, though, that adds 35% and massive knockback. Dot Eye is in play as well. Just kind of boxing it out in center stage. Fire transformation comes up. Definitely adds another element of variance, a lot of avenues to tech. Saves a little bit of adds and survival from those killing shots.
The gap was not too bad before that that exchange right there.
And the tomahawk.
You know what? I would have gone for rest there and felt like an idiot because it would have gotten teched.
Oh, wow.
That's,
if he would have missed the roof there, he probably could have died.
Decently smart recovery mix up there. Gauging that Peach not the fastest at getting over that tree. That's going to do it.
Finds a strong narrow, stock to stock.
So, Dirtboy got a mountain to climb. Does not have access to the kind of stuff like rest that Puff has to kind of mitigate these scenarios.
Dirtboy needs to win about 8 to 9 individual neutral interactions just to tie it up and then even threaten the idea of a killing aerial.
Yep.
Whereas like Fizzle just needs 1.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. And we're seeing Dirtboy get a little bit of percent here. Probably Fizzle's not too worried now. If Dirtboy can manage to tack on maybe another 20 to 30%, it could get rough. Dirtboy is gonna die, and that's it. That'll do it.
Congratulations to Dirtboy getting 3rd here at Super Smash Stadium 2.